Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I created this beautiful Ethiopian look for you. If you want to see how this look was created, keep watching and make sure you like, subscribe and share. Thank you. First, I'm going to prep her skin using the Makeup Forever Step 1 face primer all over her face. And then I'm going to use the Fox Filter foundation from Huda Beauty. I mixed the shade 430 and 500 to get her perfect color. I'm going to apply the foundation with a foundation brush all over her face, then go over with a beauty blender just to make sure everything blends out nice and smoothly. I highlighted under her eye using a concealer from Huda Beauty in the shade 063. And then I'm going to contour her face using the darkest shade from the Huda Beauty concealer collection. I'm contouring her cheekbone, her hairline and then her jawline. This is very important to give the face definition and sculpt the face. I'm going to blend it with a flat top brush. I'm using this dab motion just to make sure the product blends out easily without all the harsh lines. I'm going to contour the hairline and then in the same way the dabbing just to blend in things easily. So if you can see, I'm going to show you the other side that has not been contoured and the contoured side, and you can see the difference. Then I'm going to set everything with the Chanel setting powder in the shade 30. I'm going to use a beauty blender to apply the setting powder under her eye to set the concealer I applied. I'm going to do on both eyes the same way, and then apply the setting powder on areas where I applied the concealer to set them in. Then I'm going to contour her face using the Zara Cosmetics Face Definer Kit. I'm going to go over the dark concealer I applied earlier to contour the face just to set it in place and secure and avoid it from moving. Now I'm going to blend in everything together using the MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix powder in the shade NC45. This method helps me even out all harsh lines from the contour and the highlight process we did. So I'm just going to use a little amount of the powder all over the face to blend out the harsh lines and set everything in place. As you can see, this process is making her all happy. Now I'm going to set a little amount of loose powder under her eye because we're about to do the eyes. So this process collects eyeshadow fallouts while we're applying the eyeshadows on her eyes. I'm going to start with her eyebrows. I'm going to use the Beauty Line by DD eyebrow pencil to fill in her eyebrows, doing a small hair-like strokes. This method is very important because you don't want to have a very thick painted eyebrows. You want it to look as natural as possible. So I advise you use this method, the small hair-like strokes method. Hold the pencil lightly and then just try to create small strokes that look natural and blend in with the natural eyebrow itself. So just hold the brush lightly, the pencil lightly, and then drag gently and create the natural looking hair-like strokes. Now I'm going to use the same concealer I used to highlight under her eye from Huda Beauty in the shade 043 to define and clean her eyebrows. The brush used in this method is very important. So you need a very flat top brush, a flat top brush to make the process easy and have the clean beautiful eyebrow and flick. And then the remains of the concealer should be spread all over the lid to even out all the colors and make the blending very easy. So as you can see, I'm trying to blend it out and reducing the amount of concealer with my hand just to blend and clean out all harsh lines and dabbing in the product into the skin. Now I'm going to use this brown eyeshadow as my transitional color. I'm going to apply it on the crease of the eye and blend it out. I take a very little amount of the eyeshadow and blend until I feel I need more. That's when I add a little bit more because you don't want to have harsh lines in this process. So I'm going to apply the transitional color all over her crease, creating the eye shape that I want, and dab in the eyeshadow to intensify the color, and then blend out the harsh line just the way you've seen in this video, in a very light circular motion. And I'm going to use a little bit darker shade all over the lid to blend it out, because we are going to have a brown smoky eye. So I'm going to add the darker shade, the darker brown shade on the lid. And now same shade we use as the transitional color is going on her bottom waterline, just to blend in the eyeshadows with the one applied on the top lid. So I'm going to use the small brush that fits in just perfectly with the bottom waterline. Now we're going to draw. You can use a liquid liner for this process, but I am using a black gel liner to draw a very thin line on her lid, having wing at the outer corner of the eye, and then a very thin line in the inner corner of her eyes, just to make the eye pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to have a very tiny wing in her inner quarter, in the inner corner, and then applying the gel liner inside the waterline. You can use a pencil or just use the gel liner like I did. Now I'm going to apply the blush on her cheeks, just to add a little pop of color. You know, blush always does magic. For the highlight, I'm using this trio highlight palette from Towers Cosmetics, just to apply it on her cheekbones, on the nose bridge, to intensify the eyes. And now time for a little magic. Ta-da! We've applied the lashes and applied a lipstick, and this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure you like, you subscribe and share. Thank you so much, and